What is your best quality that you do not see in yourself? Ooh, let's see what the cards have to say. Ooh, you're really patient and you know what you want. You're really good at healing, and I feel like you go through that process. Even though you've been hurt before, you know how to rise above it. And just like, it's almost like the more that the world kind of beats you down, like it almost makes you have like more hope and you're more determined to just shine bright no matter how many difficult trials and tribulations you get through. So yeah, you're really patient. You're really good at seeing things from a different perspective. You've really been able to find a really awesome balance in your life with all of these difficult emotions. I feel like you had a security in the past. You had at least, you had like a secure, family. But if that's not the case, I feel like you at least had, one really solid, secure adult when you were a kid that made you realize, like, this is what love is. This is what a happy, loving relationship looks like. Do you know what I mean? So you almost got that example of, like, what a good example of what a secure adult is. And I feel like that really helps get you through a lot of things. You also love to learn as well. So, like, if there's a situation that you're in, yes, it's difficult, but you get through it and you learn from it. And I feel like you really love to learn. And I feel like you learn from situations, you actually reflect. And I feel like you want to be like this bright, shining light into the world and just make the world a better place, instead of, when difficult things happen, you can grieve and just, be so sad. But you always know that there's hope. You also have, just as a side note, ancestors and, spirit guides that are always looking down upon you. And I feel like even if you don't know it consciously, they help to lift you up and make you shine bright and, give you inspiration to just like keep going and transcend all of the difficult things that occur on this planet. I feel like you're also able to just stay overall calm under pressure, but even if even if that doesn't happen straight away, you are able to get yourself to a place of calm. You're able to get yourself out of difficult situations eventually. I feel like you've gotten rid of a lot of baggage in your life because you just knew it weighed you down and it doesn't serve you. And of course, there's still healing, there's still learning, a lot of learning and progress to go, but you've got like such an amazing start. I feel like you're a really awesome soul to have on this planet. I also feel like an untapped potential that you have is manifestation. I feel like it's almost on hold right now, and you might be learning a little bit more about manifestation, creating your reality, but you would be very, very, very good at that for sure, if you don't realize that already. I also feel like you, to a certain degree, realize that you are quite experienced on this planet, and then you do have a lot of wisdom. I feel like you're like the leader, you're the hero of your own story. You know that you don't necessarily need to go to everyone anytime you have an issue. You have enough experience and wisdom to get through certain situations. So I think there has been quite a bit of pain from family. It's like you in the past, in your childhood, so you've experienced the good and you've experienced the not good, and I feel like that spectrum of experience has really allowed you to like see both different opposite perspectives and like everything in between. So for example, you may have had like a really loving family, this is only one of many stories, and maybe they got divorced, or someone passed away, or there was some sort of tragedy, and obviously that was really painful and everything, but I feel like you just got this amazing wisdom. Look, we've got a fire cat here, fire cat here, fire cat here, like there's the 3 fire cats in the deck. So I feel like that you're on a special path on this planet, and you're here for a reason, and I feel like that really gets you through. I also feel like you can be quite generous with people even when you don't have that much. I feel like you're always there to lend an ear and a helping hand to anyone who's in need, and it's because you have that empathy, and it's like you get where they've come from. And if you have just a little bit more than someone else, you would help, you would give. yeah, I feel like you've actually had almost like had many lives within this life. Like think about, you know, when you were a teenager, when you were a child, and or 20s or 30s or however old you are, it's like you were a different person. And I feel like you constantly go through this process of like rebirthing and shedding your old skin. It's actually quite amazing. You're really open-minded to new ideas. Yeah, again, you love to learn. And also, yeah, you know how to, because of all of the difficulty that you've gone through as well, I feel like you really do appreciate the little things, you know, because you know how difficult things can be. So when, you know, maybe you hear a bird singing, or it's a sunny day, or just even just the temperature of the room, even the smell of a fresh cup of coffee, just all those little things, you're really able to enjoy them and appreciate them. And I think that really gives you a lot of pleasure in life. Let's get a quick advice card. I feel like this has to do potentially with manifestation, because I think sometimes you can get frustrated and you can shut down. You just really need to be aware of it, that even when you feel like you're in a situation where you're completely stuck, that there are still so many different potential ways that life can go. You're never truly stuck. And I know that's so easy for me to say, you know, because when I'm in the moment, I feel that way too. But just do your best to try and keep an open mind and know that in every moment there is infinite potential.